everyone. I feel like it's been like 50,000 years since I've been on here. And it's only been a week. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day so far, or night. Hold on one second. I have to send a link really quickly. I don't have to warm up my coffee because I already warmed it up already. So we're good. Hey, Angela. Hey, Boston. Hey, Melissa. Hey, True Crime Analyst. Alexis. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. Because I don't even know how to share a link. Okay, I think I sent it. So, how has everyone been doing? It has been the craziest week ever. Okay. My 10-year-old started school and it was his birthday. Hey, executive session. Hey, Joanne. And then, hold on one second, Truth Teller. And then, what else? I had to go school shopping, school supplies. We got him a phone for his birthday. He's really excited about it. He got the newer Galaxy. And then my little guy had to get his shot records. I didn't have that because he starts kindergarten after Labor Day, which is on the 7th. Oh, Lord. It's just been a busy week, but I have really, really missed you guys. I'm really excited because Truth Teller is here and we're going to do an interview. We're just going to have a discussion, a chit chat. I will open up the panel. Y'all know I ain't gonna put up with no bullshit though, but I will open up the panel. And it's just been the longest week ever. And my fiance was supposed to go back to mornings. I don't know. I guess he's not. I don't know. Maybe he just likes nights. Maybe he just likes the night shift. And that's fine, you know. But they're back on their sleeping schedule, but not my 5-year-old. I'm not going to lie. He's not. But he'll get on it once he starts school. Can I help you? Okay, go play. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been able to that's why I haven't been able to go live, but I have really been missing you guys. And hopefully I will not stay away for that long anymore. I have a lot of wonderful lives planned for you guys, and it's going to be fun. So, for those of you that don't know who Truth Teller is, I'm going to let her introduce herself, but I'm sure everybody knows who she is, right? Everybody in here. Hey, Melissa Brown, how are you? So, Truth Teller?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome. Thank you so much for being my guest. I've never done this before, but I do plan on doing this more often. And I'm going to interview Melissa one day, Allie, knock it off, and just a whole bunch of people. So I'm really glad that you came on here today. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Because there's a couple people in here that may not know who you are.
Well, my name is Val, and I am truth teller. I have the truth telling channel, and it's an exposed channel, and I've been keeping busy with that.
Very, very busy. Yes. So why don't you tell us a little bit of why you chose to start this channel? Like what motivated you?
Well, it all started back in November. I started watching Natasha, and at first, was kind of I was watching her true crime channel, and I started watching it, and at first, I kind of enjoyed it because she is, I'll give credit where credit is due. She is, she's good at true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's got a good mouthpiece on her. She's got the gift of gab, and she's very entertaining when she wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Um, she, the more I watch, though, about a month in, I guess, I'd seen little things within that month that aggravated me, like the way she talked to her people in chat. She would like, chastise them and would be like, stop that. I've already told you once. Don't do it again or you'll be booted. Stay on topic. Don't even talk about that. Don't even talk about that. This is not what we're talking about. Stay on topic. I mean, it just went from one thing to another. And so I started seeing her for who she was. And I couldn't turn away at that point. I started watching her more. And it just progressively got worse. She um just these people, okay, her subs are what makes her channel, not her. It's her subs. Without her subs, she is nothing. And so for her to talk to her subs the way she did was very, I mean, it was very disheartening to see that there's so many people giving her money and supporting her and her channel, and she talked to them the way she did. And so I kept watching, and there were times that she would lighten up and she would laugh and she would joke, and she would just the you saw the lighthearted side at some point on with Natasha. But more
Yes.
often than not, she was just rude. She was just blatantly rude.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just kept watching. Excuse me. And the more I watched, the more I saw how she was controlling her audience. Um,
Mm-hmm.
People would mention other creators or other channels that they were okay. Say she was on a topic, a certain true crime topic, and somebody would mention in chat, well, so and so is covering this case, and they said this and this and this, and she would immediately shut them down and say, do not discuss other creators in my channel.
Really
None of
good.
that. And if you do it again, I will boot you. Well, that
Right.
told me right off that she was jealous. She just did not want her followers going to other channels. So, I continued to watch, and at that point, I was already aggravated at her, and I was like, "This woman is something's wrong with her." And the more I watched, the more I saw the aggression get worse. And to fast forward past all that, I'd already got to a point that I didn't like her. but I couldn't turn away because she was so infuriating that I just had to see what her next move was, because it was something new every night that would just make your mouth drop. And but the turning point for me was Brittany, what some know as mysterious case files,
Mm-hmm.
attacked her relentlessly for no reason, for absolutely no reason. She got mad because one of her followers, one of Natasha's subs, donated to Brittany. And this was one of her subs that donated a large amount of money at a time, like $100.
Mm-hmm.
When she saw that this sub of hers was also supporting Brittany and giving her money, she didn't like that at all. And so she started a war with Brittany over that, which
Mm-hmm.
she won't admit that's the reason, but that is the reason. And those that watched at that time know that's the reason. So she went
Mm-hmm.
on this live one night and she completely obliterated Brittany. She started talking about Brittany. You know, some people do rent a center and they rent appliances, whatever.
Yeah.
Brittany had rented a refrigerator,
A
and
lot of people do that.
right.
Yeah.
And she, was just dogging her for renting a refrigerator. And she talked about how Brittany begged for money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, lady, that's what you do too. Why do you think it's okay for you to beg for money and donations, but it's not okay for somebody else? It all goes back to jealousy. So to answer your question, that's how I became involved.
Okay. Um, so why would do you think that people call you a bullying channel?
They call me a bullying channel because I have went after Natasha. Um, but what people on her side fail to realize is that I'm not bullying Natasha. I'm calling out bad behavior. There's a difference.
Yes.
And they see it as bullying because I have become relentless against Natasha.
Right.
And she they of course Natasha leads the way, and so when she said I was a bully, that I was bullying her, of course, with the mob, they all agreed she's a
Right.
bully. Val is a bully, and so it went from there.
Now, you have spoken with Natasha, correct? On you apologized to her. Tell me a little bit about that. What
um
happened with that?
okay, before I went vocal, before anybody had ever heard my voice, I went to Britney's channel when Natasha was trying to cancel her, which she eventually succeeded. She ran her off of YouTube. But I was in Britney's channel and I was dogging her out. I was like, I admitted I was making fat shaming jokes. I was fat shaming her. I
Mm-hmm.
was look shaming. I was recliner shaming. I was anything you could think of. And I own it. I do. And it was wrong. It was wrong. I should not have went there, but I don't think you were there to see what she was doing to MCF, but the thing
No,
she
I
was doing
wasn't.
to MCF was so bad that I felt it was warranted to attack Natasha in kind. You know what I'm saying? But I now realize, and I've reflected on that, even shortly after that Val, that's not your personality. Why are you doing this? Don't bring yourself to that level.
Right.
And so I wanted to make amends only on that aspect. And, she'll have you believe that I wanted to make amends with her as a person. No, I didn't. I wanted to right my wrong on
Mm-hmm.
body shaming her.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Now, how did that go? You went on Whose panel?
I went on Crafton's panel. I actually messaged Natasha and I was like, look,
Mm-hmm.
I want to make amends. And I did say the words amends, which I now regret. And I wasn't thinking at the time, and I shouldn't have used the word amends. I didn't mean it in the sense of I want to be your friend. I
Right.
meant it in the sense of I want to apologize to you for the things that I said because they were wrong. And I
That's very
can't,
big of you to do.
and I can't in good conscience keep going like this, knowing and be true to myself, knowing that that's not how I live my life. That's now not how I treat people.
Right.
And so I apologized to her. She set up, I told her I would not go on her panel. I wanted to go on a neutral panel,
Mm-hmm.
which was stupid of me to choose Crafton and Kim, but I thought they would be level headed and mediate and, make it fair. But what ended up happening was they bombarded me. They let people. This was supposed to be a conversation between Natasha and I only,
Right.
but they ended up letting everybody on panel. Laura Post was on panel. Mandy was on panel.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
Numerous others were on panel, and it just became that it was a pile onto me.
So why did all those other people come on panel? Like,
Because that's the mob. They felt like I guess they felt threatened that my points were valid in what I was saying as far as because I addressed other things aside
yeah.
from the body shaming. I addressed the things as to why I had a problem with Natasha and the things that she does.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started going down that route, they didn't want to hear that. So they brought people up to
Mm-hmm.
counter me and attack me. And Mandy was the main one. She started attacking me. And it
Mm-hmm.
ended up that I was like, when Mandy kept on, I was like, fuck you, Mandy. And when I did that, Crafton kicked me off the panel.
Okay. So that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, obviously. But
No.
at the end of the day, you did apologize for um the, body shaming and all of
Right.
that. You
And
you
and and
apologize for that.
and even though it didn't resolve anything, I have no regrets for
Yeah.
apologizing to her for that because I did owe her
Right.
an apology for that. So,
And I commend you for that. That's takes a very big person to do. To apologize for mistakes. And I think that's one of the biggest problems right now, in this community, is people not taking any kind of accountability for the things that they've done. So I commend you for that, because I have not ever heard you, since I've been your mod, since we have became friends, I have never heard you bash her looks. Because if you did, I will tell you in a minute, right?
right.
So, because that's
Right.
just how we are. We have a very honest
Right. Right.
friendship.
But I
Um,
don't do that. That's not in my character, and that's why I apologize because that's not me, and I wanted to make it right, you
and
know?
you let your emotions take over,
I did. I
right?
did.
So you are very private, and
Correct.
I respect that. I respect that.
Right.
You have that right here on YouTube. But one of the things that I have told you is you are taking a risk, and you're also risking your anonymity to do what you're doing, right?
Right. Right.
So what are you going, like, let's just say, for example, that they are to find out, or look through your past and find out you've who you are.
Okay, well, here's the thing with that.
Okay.
My parents have here's the thing on my anonymity.
Yeah, because I would like to hear your story about that. I did hear
Yeah,
it, but some people haven't. So
yeah. My parents have a very lucrative business that they have worked hard for many, many years.
oh wow.
And if you find out my identity, you can find out my parents' business. And we have all seen how Mandy goes and sabotages Google reviews and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so for one, there's several reasons I'm keeping my name private. One is I do not want to give them access to my parents' business to try to ruin their good name.
Right.
Two, I have children
Yes.
that I will protect at all costs. And I have seen, I think we've all seen how these people take low blows, they go real life, and they will try to destroy your family, your livelihood as far as your job. I have a very, very I don't know the word. I have a very important job
Mm-hmm.
that is my name is very good, and I do not want to tarnish my name, and I know that they would try. Now, the company that I work for, um, I am an executive in this company, a very high standing executive in this company.
That's
If
awesome.
if someone were to say Mandy were to contact my employer, they wouldn't get rid of me because I've been with them for so long and
Yeah.
I'm a valuable asset to them. Not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm very important to them.
There's
And
nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back, but go ahead.
but I just do not want it would be embarrassing to me if I have these psychos calling my
Yeah.
company,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to avoid that embarrassment, that humiliation that I'm associated with these kinds of people, because my job doesn't know that I engage in this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't want to, I don't want to jeopardize my reputation or, like I said, I'm not in fear of losing my job. What I fear is them calling my job and spinning these narratives to make me look like somebody that I'm not.
Well,
And
people go real life, you know,
right, right, right.
and
So, and first and foremost, above all else, as far as that goes, are my children. They have um, very, very good lives. They are very successful, very successful. They've worked hard to be where they are.
yeah,
And I absolutely would lose my shit if anybody fucked with my kids. You do
yes,
not, there's three things you don't fuck with. That is my money, my man, and first of all, my children.
yeah.
And if that were to happen, I would absolutely take legal action. No,
That's what I was just getting ready to say. If that was to happen, it seems like you have that ability to take legal action. Um,
right, right,
you know what I mean? If that was to happen, I'm not saying it is, but there's more of a chance that it will than versus it won't.
right. And I want to say this. There's been so much talk, especially from Crafton and Retaliation Kim,
Mm-hmm.
that I have something to hide. I have nothing to hide. If they were to ever find out who I am, what you're going to find is a 39-year-old working woman that is boring, period.
Right.
So for them to dig and think that they're going to find this mysterious truth teller that is behind this big movement that is so mysterious that she's got, the answers to all the problems of YouTube that have been caused is a fallacy. I It's nothing other than protecting my privacy and my family. That's it.
Yeah. I think sometimes people have a hard time understanding people actually doing good deeds or I feel like people always think that you have to be getting something out of it to be defending other people like this. Like, what's in it for you? That's what people think. And that's not necessarily always the case. You're just doing this because you got tired of seeing what you were seeing. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
But if you pay attention to how some people think, well, why is she doing this? It's what's in it for her. They're always thinking that there's like some kind of motive, or
Right.
there's an agenda or whatever,
Right.
when
Right.
really you're just trying to stand up for what's right.
Right. Right.
So there are, excuse me, a lot of channels that call out the specific creator. Try not to say names if you can,
Okay.
but there are a lot of channels that call out the specific creator. Why do you think you are the focus? Why do you think that you are the one that this creator keeps bringing up, and that this creator is so bothered by?
I think because I was a nobody on YouTube up until
Mhm.
a month ago, as far as I've been around for a long time, just silently watching. But I think that coming out of the shadows and creating such a large following in such a short amount of time,
Mhm.
that it has scared them. Like, who is she? What is she doing?
Right.
Where'd she come from? How did she do this so fast?
Right.
And, I've had so many people support this movement, per se,
Mhm.
that they don't understand. It's got them mind boggled as to how this nobody comes out of nowhere, and now she's this mysterious anonymous person, truth teller, that um that has become. And I'm not patting myself on the back at all, because my subs are what has made me what this channel is. It's not me, it's my subs. But they see it as though she has come out of nowhere and has created this huge movement, per se, that they don't know what to think. They don't know, they're confused. They don't believe that I was never a nobody. They think I'm somebody that has been around before and
Mhm.
that knows things, that because I do know a lot, and they don't understand. They can't figure out how I know the things I know.
Right.
And I think it's the mystery of it all that has got them worked up. That's what scares them.
Right. Because that's something that I have definitely noticed, is that you seem to be the topic um, a lot,
Right.
but you aren't the only channel that um, calls this creator out. There are other channels that do this as well.
Right. So why
And
aren't they going after them?
well, I think there's um, uh, one of the reasons is because you go live. The other
Right.
channels don't.
Right.
They make videos, they put, the facts up. And I think you're getting a lot of attention because you go live and you open up an environment, a place where other people who may have been afraid to speak up now do. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
There's definitely something that separates you from the other channels, but it should be that way. Each
Right.
channel, like their terms of service, they stand on their own. Um, there's a lot of channels that do this that stand on their own, and you should stand on your own too. But I think the reason why you're the focus is because, not to me personally, no matter how many times you apologize for what you did in the past and, bashing her looks or whatever, they're always going to bring that up because that is what's going to discredit you, right?
Right.
They're always going to bring that up no matter how, even though you took accountability, even though you apologized, that's something that you're always going to have to defend yourself against because they're always going to bring that up. Just like with me and that other creator, MC, she's always going to bring up the fact that I accidentally said the R word, even though she says it to every freaking person she meets, right? She calls
Right.
everybody that word.
Right.
She's been on recording saying that word, but she's always going to, because that's how you can discredit me.
Right.
You know, no matter, and I said, I'm sorry. As soon as it slipped out, I'm like, I'm sorry. I should not have said that. But that is her way of discrediting me. So
Right.
even though you apologized publicly, that is still going to discredit you and make people look at you sideways. Right.
And I want to say this too, as far as my anonymity. Um, People have, you said use initials. I'm going to use C and K for an example.
Mm-hmm.
They and even Robbie had made, or sorry,
It's okay. It's okay.
uh, he even made the comment, and several have made the comments. Why doesn't she show her face? I'm going to tell you why I don't show my face. First of all, and I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but let me tell you, I'm a 39-year-old woman that has bore 2 children. I have a banging ass body, and I am
You go, girl.
and I am beautiful. And
Get it, girl.
I'm not, and again, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but don't ever mistake, and this is to my haters, don't ever mistake that I'm not showing my picture because I'm afraid of my looks,
Well,
because
your
I'm not.
profile picture is beautiful, honey.
Thank you. But I want to say the reason I don't show my face on cam is, and eventually I will. Eventually I will.
I think you
But
should.
but the thing is with me right now, Nata NC and her company over there, and other people too, like to drag people's looks no matter how pretty they are. And so I know that if I go on live with my face showing, if I have one single hair out of place, they're going to take that and mock me and say, "Oh, did you see her hair? Did you see this? Did you see her makeup? How much?" They talk about your makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't give a fuck.
I have seen them. I know you don't. I have seen them drag the most beautiful women across YouTube. You being one of them, Vanessa being another.
Oh yeah.
There's countless people. Melissa being another. There's countless women, and they drag them for being ugly or this or that when they are clearly fucking beautiful. They say
Mm-hmm.
these things out of jealousy, and at this moment in my life, right here, I am not comfortable with going live because I've got enough attacks on me right now for speaking out. I don't want to have to deal with somebody talking about, oh, she's got a beauty mark under her nose. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just don't want to. I know I look good, but I don't want to hear people ridicule my looks because they will just because they're jealous. So that is why I have not shown my face.
That's what
Now
people do. They're gonna do that regardless.
they are.
Yeah.
And one I've only been in this for a month, and so I'm still not completely comfortable. But once I get comfortable a little more time, you're gonna see my face. I'm gonna be live and in person. So but I wanted to make that point clear that, you know, when you can drag the most beautiful women across YouTube, no thanks. I'm not showing my face right now because if you'll do it to them, you'll do it to me. And I'm not dealing with that shit right now because I'm on a mission. And right
Right.
now, my focus is on that mission and not on my looks.
Right. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
And also, I don't need to show my face to get my point across.
Um, I can't wait till the day that you show your face. You know, and I think the more that you're on YouTube, thank you, Angela. The more that you're on YouTube, the more you grow. You will, but it will be when you're ready.
Right.
No pressure. It should. I've always told you that this is just me being honest with you. I've been honest with you and told you that if they want to, if they keep trying, they may find out who you are. You know what I mean? And it
Right.
is what it is. You know, it
Right.
is what it is. But people are always going to make fun of your looks. There's nothing you can do about that.
Right.
Um,
Right. I'm just
that's how
saying that right
people.
now not emotionally ready to deal with that
Right,
ridicule.
right. That's how people feel they can get to you the most is through your looks. If they're talking about, they've talked about Melissa. We all know Melissa's gorgeous, but that's what they do. That's how they feel that they can get to you. Um, but at the end of the day, I don't think you being anonymous is a bad thing. I've just always told you that be prepared.
Right.
And yes, these people do. They go real life. They do. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. But and that's why I say YouTube needs to start doing something about this, because it goes too far. And
Right.
when it goes so far to where people are, you know, calling your job or doing this or doing that, it, it can get very serious. And even though we're not technically, I mean, I don't know how YouTube looks at it. Like, are we employees? I don't freaking know. But we still deserve, as a creator, some type of protection, right?
Right.
So, okay, I have a couple more questions to ask you, and then I am going to open up the panel. Um, so you have been it's not only um, one creator that you call out. You also have been very vocal about another creator, which is MC. So,
Right.
why did you think it was necessary to call her out as well?
Because she did lives on me. She did lives on me because of my fight with Natasha. And when she did that, I went back at her. And I think she's a psycho bitch. And I think she needs to be called out for bullying because she's a bully too.
Mm-hmm. And what did she call you out for? Were you friends with her at one time, or?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I did mod for her,
Mm-hmm.
but only because, and I did a video on this on my channel. I did mod for her, and I did that only because Natasha had blocked me from her streams. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually, as wrong as this may be, I own it. I actually used Mandy to use her platform to say what I had to say about Natasha because at the time, Natasha and Mandy were not getting along.
Right. So she just did a live about you
Yeah,
because.
she's done a couple of lives about me. In fact, she included me, Mr. Snuffles, um, Andrea Powers,
Mm-hmm.
and Nina narrates, in which Nina filed a copyright strike on that video and had it removed.
Thank you, Rose Gold. So.
Or Father Snuffles, not Mr. Snuffles. I'm sorry.
You think Mr. Foz, and so I get that confused sometimes too. Isn't it Mr. Foz? I say
Yes,
Mr. Foz
yes,
sometimes. I
yes.
get it confused. Um, so why is it that I don't know how to word this question? So why do you think that? What do you think it's going to take for this person, for this creator, to stop?
It's gonna take wearing her down. And
Mm-hmm.
we've seen her break down several times because she gets so overwhelmed. She does live after live when she needs some sympathy or super chats or cash apps. But she'll say, "Oh, I've been doing a lot of praying and thinking, and it's just not worth it. Life is so short." And which life is so short? There are more pressing issues. But here on YouTube, you are a menace. You are a fucking menace to YouTube. And so, my objective is, and I've said this before, we're never going to be able to take her off of YouTube.
Of course.
We've already seen that when she's been taken down, she gets another channel, and as we all can if that happens. So I have said in the past, I'm going to take her off of YouTube. That was sarcasm. That will never happen. My
Right.
objective is to wear her down to the point that she stops the bullying, and I'm not going to stop until I wear her down. A person can only take so
Hold on
much.
one sec. Nanny Love, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you. I'm sorry, truth teller. Go
No,
ahead.
you're fine. You're fine. But you know, as long as I keep spreading the truth and the people that come to my chats spread the truth will eventually wear her down.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be today or tomorrow, maybe even not next month. Maybe I'll get burnt out and I'll stop. I don't know. But as it stands right now, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. She may not ever stop, but I can guarantee you that as long as I'm doing this, I will make her miserable on here. And she won't enjoy YouTube. She hasn't enjoyed YouTube because of what's going on. And I will make sure to keep that happening as long as I'm still doing this.
Father Snuffles, I swear, he cracks me up
He does
so
me
much.
too.
I don't even know what the hell. I don't know if that's the answer, Father Snuffles, but love you. Okay, so another couple more questions, and then I'm gonna open up the panel. Okay, so what do you mean by wearing her down? You need to be elaborate on that a little bit. Wearing her down as far as like
wearing her down,
constantly
like
calling her out.
no, wearing her down by exposing the truth so that she has no other option. Because right now, so many people are turning against her that it is starting to wear her down. So what I mean by wearing her down is not to take her down, but to take her down a notch off of this attitude she has and this bullying mentality that she is exhibiting to many people, and to make her see that it's not going to stop until you change.
Yeah. Do you think she's capable of change? I think everybody's capable of change, right?
I think everybody's capable of change. And I think that if you keep on somebody enough, that they will either see their wrongs or they will cave to the pressure and accommodate the people that are, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's so many people against her right now that she's going to have to do something to turn her image around. So that's what I mean by wearing her down. I want to wear her down to the point that she changes, she turns her image around, and she goes back to the Natasha that she once was, doing true crime, being funny, and being nice, and not being a bully.
Well, just like Boston said, she doesn't think that she is. I think I don't know.
I disagree. I think she knows she is. She just won't admit it to us that she knows she is.
Right.
Because she has to put on this facade.
But how does a person change if they can never admit when they're wrong? Does that make sense?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you were able to apologize to her, right? You were able
Right.
to own your part and say, look, I'm sorry. I should not have done that, blah, 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 blah. But that's the one thing. And I'm going to say this before I open up the panel. There is a couple, like once I seen one clip where NC said that if you have any problems with her, you can go to her and talk to her, just come to her, email her, or whatever. But the thing is, why, if you're the one that has done wrong to somebody, why should they reach out to you?
Exactly. And that's the thing with NC too. She wants everybody, in every live, she says, if you have a problem with me, come to me, this and that. No, Natasha, why don't you come to people and apologize for what you've done? I've
Thank you,
never
Nanny
heard
Love.
her
Hold
apologize.
on 1 second. Thank you so much, Nanny Love. You don't have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, God bless you. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. Don't make me start getting all teary eyed. Okay. Go ahead, TT. I'm sorry.
I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
What
just
were we talking
right
about?
now. We were talking about why should I have to go to you when
Right, right,
you've
right.
done something to me?
Right. So why can't Natasha go, instead of her calling everybody out to come to her and apologize, why can't you also, it's, there's no problem with people apologizing to her, but why can't you then apologize to the people that you have hurt and that you have wronged?
Like I did nothing to her.
Right.
Nothing. She was on my panel, and the next day it was, I have no respect for her. She's this, she's that, to her 400 people who are watching her. And it's like, why do you think, if why would I reach out to you? I didn't do nothing to you. You did
Right.
something to me.
Right.
I'm not reaching out to nobody
Right.
that does something to me. You reach
Exactly.
out to me. That's how it
Exactly.
works.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, Boston. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. What did she say? Figure out, keep the money train going. Love you, Tia, and Truth Teller, and Father Snuffle.
Love you, Boston.
Father Snuffles, this is him. We love him and accept him for who he is, right? We
But
love his
hey, I
honesty.
want to say this. Father Snuffles, send me a message on Facebook. I'm under Tallulah Smith. The profile picture says, "Oh, happy day." It's pink. Reach out to me. I'd like to speak to you.
Yes, he's an awesome. I love Father Snuffles. I really think he cares. He really, really does. I
Yeah,
think,
he gets a bad rap.
yeah, he gets a bad rep because he just says things like it is. Like he's just gonna say it.
Just
And
like me. That's why I get a bad rap.
I think Father Snuffles is a little bit more
he's
vulgar.
more but he's more brazen.
Yes, yes. And he literally, but we love him, right? I think he's
Right.
awesome. I'm so glad that I met him. I feel it's awesome that he stands up for what he believes in too. Thank you so much, Rose Gold. You're so sweet. Thank you guys. You guys, this is my first day back, and I just feel so loved right now. I love this community, and um, I know we got each other's backs. We do. And I thank you. Thank you so much, Rose Gold. Thank you guys all. Um, but yeah, we love Father Snuffles. Um, but the bashing the looks thing, he knows he's not supposed to be doing that, but he's going to do it. And there's nothing I can say about that. And that's actually what we are going to talk about next, because I have a problem with triangulating everybody into this whole big thing. Like
Right.
what you choose to do with your channel is what you choose to do with your channel. Just like what I choose to do
Right.
with my channel is what I choose to do with my channel. What
Right.
BTOS does with their channel is what they choose to do. What Melissa
Right.
does is what she chooses to do. Okay.
Right.
You cannot, I'm so tired of hearing they. Put a name on it because you can't just say they. Who are you talking about? They. Are you talking about just TT? Are you talking about DTOS? Are you talking about Melissa? Who is they?
Right.
Okay. Yes, Tara, thank you so much. Our community is strong and we will get through this. I'm just saying, thank you, Tara. I appreciate you. I'm just saying that why does she keep saying they? You're
Who? Who?
NC. You're molding all of these people into one thing when every single person in this community stands on their own. And not every single person I'm talking, every channel. Every channel does what they choose to do with their channel. And just because TT says something, I'm not like other creators that have to piggyback off of what one creator does. Okay.
Right.
Although I'm about to piggyback off of DTOS in the video they just dropped. But because that was a really damn good video. But quit doing that. There is no they. There
Right.
is either you're talking about TT, either you're talking about a DTOS, whatever it is, quit saying they. Just because you see me in TT's chat and I'm her mod, what does that have to do with anything? Why do you keep saying, well, they keep bullying me, they keep doing this? First of all, I haven't seen any bullying, and I stand right here right now and say TT is my friend. Quit going around saying I'm going to ruin my reputation by associating with her, because at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass woman. I'll go where I want, for one. And for two, I wouldn't be associated with her if I thought she was bullying. Okay, that is against everything that I stand for.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay, I wouldn't be associated with her if I thought, oh my gosh, this woman's a bully. There are things I'm not going to sit here and say that I agree with every single way that Truth Teller has said things, but that's her. That's you do you, and I'm going to do me. But don't sit there and mold all of these people into one, because to me, I don't see any bullying going on.
Right.
Okay, except for from that side. To
Right.
me, I just think that things are getting out of hand.
Right.
And they've been getting out of hand for a long time now. And I never realized it. And I know it sucks for me to say this. I never realized it until it happened to me. And then I'm like, damn. And she didn't even say half of the things that she said about, TT or Melissa or Allie, or she did, like, imagine how they feel.
Right.
It kind of put me in that position where I was like, damn, like she just called me out and just told all of her subscribers that she's about to unsubscribe from me, when really she was basically saying, I'm about to unsubscribe from her. You guys better unsubscribe from her too. That's really what she was doing.
Right.
But once it happened to me, that's when I'm like, okay, now I see how people must feel. Imagine having these things happen to you day after day after day.
Right.
And now I understand,
Right.
and I don't know how some people deal with it. I don't know. I know I've been through it. I'm resilient. I can deal with it, but I know it has to be hard. I try to be very empathetic to Melissa and, to Allie, because I can't imagine how that must feel to have your personal life just blurted out there like that, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I have so much more to say. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going
I
to go
want to
ahead.
say, I do want to say one more thing as far
Say
as what
whatever
you,
you want, TT. Go ahead.
well, as far as you addressing the lumping everybody in together,
Yeah.
I want to make it very clear because it has been alleged relentlessly that I am DTOS, and I am absolutely not DTOS. They are their own entity. I don't know who they are.
Mhm.
I have my suspicions, and I will never tell. But I am not DTOS, and so I want to put that to rest. I have never been DTOS. I will never be DTOS. They are their own thing. They are doing a phenomenal job. I commend them on them speaking out. The Grim Truther is phenomenal. I've also been accused of being them. I'm absolutely not. I am me. I am truth teller, and that's it.
Right. Why can't I add her? Hold on one second here. Okay, there we go.
I wish I was
Hey,
DTOS.
me too.
I want to start by saying I will hop down as soon as you tell me Tia or Melissa needs me to.
It's
Um,
fine because I'll just mod somebody else. It's fine.
okay. And say that I also stand. I'm gonna say that truth teller. I consider her a friend as well. I am not ashamed to say that. I don't think she's done anything wrong. I really appreciate what you're doing. Um, and I think that what's making her so scary right now to certain people
Mm-hmm.
is that there's a whole lot of different communities that are kind of flocking to her, a whole lot of different creators and different subs from other places that are all kind of converging into this one place because, like you said, she does panels and it's the only place where you can go and get on the panel and say what you need to say without
Right.
fear of um, being attacked or bullied yourself or targeted. Unfortunately, they still are targeting people because they go on True Teller's panel, but I think anyone who gets up there is brave to do so, just like I think Truth Teller is brave to do what she's doing. So mad respect.
Thank
Man,
you.
yeah, we love you, Truth Teller. Like,
Thank you. I love you guys too. You
thank
have
you
been
so
you've been great to me. All of you have been great to me.
Oh
Am
my
I like
goodness.
having like
Nanny Love.
like what do you call them? Like a vision, or this is crazy. Thank you so much, Nanny. You don't have to do that. That is so sweet. I really genuinely appreciate that so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm feeling the love. But you don't
Yeah,
have to do
that's
that, baby.
amazing.
Thank
Hey,
you.
school supplies are expensive, man.
You got that damn right.
That's really appreciated.
And
Everyone
that
who's
damn
donated.
phone that phone, he's already got a virus on it. Whatever. That's another story for a different.
Um, and I just want to real quick address Father Snuffles directly because I feel like I'm bullying him by having to delete a lot of his comments, and I just want you to know, Father Snuffles, it has nothing to do with you, and it's not like I don't agree with everything you're saying. It's not. It's just this particular chat. This particular chat.
Hey, Father Snuffles, come on over to Truth Telling, and
Your silence.
I'll make you a mod. You can come on over there
Yeah,
and cause your chaos.
yeah. We're just in this chat. The Tia's always said like the number one thing is just being respectful in chat. So I'm just doing my job,
And
trying to
thank
keep
you for
it
that. He
respectful.
already knows what it is.
I
Like,
know. I just don't want him to think I'm like
yeah, we
set
love
silencing
him.
him.
We think he's awesome. Like, I'm so glad that I met him. Um, You don't want me as a mom. He cracks me up. Oh my God. Um, but another thing that I want to say to you guys, please make sure that you subscribe to TT. Let's get her to 1,000 subs, and also DTOS. Yes, let's get them to 1,000 subs. They work very
Please,
hard,
please. Yes,
and
thank you.
they're amazing. And I wanted to talk about, which is what we're talking about now, is DTOS, their recent video.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. Was that today?
Yes, it was today, and boy, did they drop a
They dropped it.
Oh,
a
damn.
bomb. That's why I said, you guys, check it out. They are absolutely amazing. So that video put everything into perspective for me, and it really made me see that whole July Nights thing more clearly. Does that make sense? If which you haven't seen the video of Boston, but
No, but I told you the other night that I actually went back and watched NC's July Nights video from like months ago, and I'm
mhm,
watching it, and my jaw is on, because I didn't really know anything about that. My
yeah,
jaw is literally on the ground, and I'm like, how are they friend? Like, how can you ever forgive for something like that, and then not forgive people like
Melissa,
MJ?
yeah,
Like,
right.
what? It's just mind blowing. Can you play that video or no? Or do you not want to?
That I would rather them go over to
Dear
DTS.
Terms of Service, yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
them
yeah.
go over to there and check it out.
Give
But
me
what I will say is the bomb is that somebody was offered money to blame Melissa. And
what?
I'm not going to elaborate on it too much because, like I said, you just have to watch the video. But it is disgusting.
It is. It is. And Tia, I want to say, remember when I told you there was something in the works that I couldn't tell you about?
Uh-huh.
And there you go.
That's what that was?
Yeah.
Who
Wow.
was supposed to come on panel? Do you know?
When did this? How come no one woke me up from my nap?
But this was actually supposed to be on another panel, the one that me and you discussed. It just so happened DTOS dropped it first.
Right. But you were going to have somebody on panel.
Yes.
Was it Sean's Princess?
Yes.
I could have told you, honey. She wouldn't.
No, and I warned my partner that to be leery because she's a snake, and she's a snake. I'll say it. And I knew that it was going to play out something like it did,
Mhm.
and it did. And so she threw a wrench in what we had planned,
Mhm.
and I think she knew what she was doing. And
Mhm.
I warned my partner that this was not going to go like we thought it was going to go, or like we had hoped it was going to go, because
Mhm.
she's a flip-flopper, and that's exactly what she did.
Right.
And not only that, she is not to be trusted because of the fact that she is a flip-flopper. She has told so many lies. She
Mhm.
has covered for Mandy so many times. She has been involved with the things that MC has done.
Mhm.
And now she's now trying to play the victim. And while she, in some sense, was a victim, she
Mhm.
also helped create victimizing herself.
Right. But do you think that she is doing this because she's afraid of
No, no,
MC? No.
no. She's doing it because she is a drama queen.
Maybe you might be right. I don't know the girl.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just know that.
I know her only, but I don't know her. Like, we've talked a couple of times in private, only a couple of times when we were trying to set up this reveal. But I know her from when she was a mod for Mandy and I was a mod for Mandy. And she was all over the place. She was here and there, and she was, pretending to be on Mandy's side, but then she was going and saying things to other people, and then she was reporting back to Mandy, and she was befriending people to get information and going back to Mandy. And it was just a whole, I mean, she is untrustworthy as fuck.
Amanda Zananda just said that she can attest that she's been abused by MC verbally and emotionally.
Oh, I believe it.
Absolutely.
She
Yes.
did the same thing to me. And Melissa, I was thinking maybe she's afraid of MC, just because of how the things that she does. I was thinking maybe she was afraid of Mandy. But I'm not saying that she is or anything. That's just something that I would think, because there are people who are afraid of her. I don't know why.
Right.
Can I bring up something that I thought was flippin' hilarious, and I don't know why more people aren't talking about it? That live that NC did the other night, where it's supposed to be like she was moderating between someone from the MM community and MC, and it did not go well. And the next day, apparently, NC got the wrath of MC and was accused of like not giving her enough time to talk. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound a little familiar?
You know how damn long ago that was that she was on my panel, and that's why I believe Amanda Zanandas when she says that creator is verbally abusive, because she was trying to do that to me. Yeah. We were all in a group chat. 3 of us. We were in a group chat that this creator created. And after that panel was over the next day, she was bashing me in that group chat. She was like, she didn't know what she was doing. She doesn't know how to run a panel. She was horrible. I hardly had any time to talk, and I timed it. And Natasha got more time than me, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was verbally trying to abuse me. And that's when I'm like, deuces, I don't want anything to do with you or this damn chat. Okay. Yeah. I didn't want anything, because it showed me who she was. And now she's doing the same thing to, it's like, I know that I'm not like a professional, wonderful mediator. I'm just not. Never claimed to be. Okay. That was like my second or third live that I had ever done. Nobody expected that they were going to come up on my panel and
which you
blah, blah, blah.
You actually, sorry to interrupt, but you actually did great. I went back and watched that because I didn't know what, her whole deal was. I thought you did great. At least you weren't like coloring in a coloring book the entire time and not watching chat.
Right. I was trying to do the best I could to give them both a voice. But at the same time, you're not going to come up on my panel and tell me how I should or should not be running my chat or how I should be running my panel. And I definitely wasn't paying no damn attention to the chat. I was trying to pay attention to what was going on. But yeah, she bashed me, and she's still fucking bashing me till this day.
Yeah.
Till this day. And that was 2 months ago. Get over it. Okay? Get over it. Like, find something else to do with your time besides sitting there talking about how I'm not a professional mediator.
Yeah.
Fuck ever.
Yeah. Well, that's like, what she's going after NC about now. And it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I just think it's for anyone who considers her a friend, I think it's so naive to think that she's not going to turn on you eventually.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what
you don't do what she wants you to do. Yeah.
Might be happening.
That's what I'm saying. I think I agree with their terms of service. I think she needs help.
Yeah.
I think that's a major issue here. And I don't see how anybody who can do those types of things and not take any accountability for it and try to blame everyone, including like Melissa. I think at one time they were trying to blame you too, TT.
What's that?
Weren't they trying to blame you for the July nights or no? Somebody
not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. But they've tried to blame so many people for it and point the finger to a point where you're trying to hand over cash. That's a problem. That's not somebody who's getting better. How is that somebody who's getting better?
Right.
You know? Aren't they doing a parody?
I have been blamed for being a lot of people.
Right.
But and I've had 2 alts. Natasha, K and C said they made a remark the other day that I had this string of alts, that I'm Miss Anonymous, and I have this string of alts. And so I want to clarify, I have no alts, but I had Mad Hatter at first. And the only reason I went to Truth Teller is because I got booted from Natasha's chat. And that's how Truth Teller was born. Those are the only 2 alts that I have. That's it.
And they're trying to make it seem like you have 50 million.
Yeah, like I'm just out trolling these YouTube streets.
No, you're sweeping up these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
You're cleaning it up. And what I love about this and kind of what you've started, Truth Teller, is that there is now, before, well, at least before I knew about your channel or before you started doing your lives, Tia had several lives where we all just tried to brainstorm, like, what's going to affect, like, how can we clean up these YouTube streets and the toxicity that's happening, and what can we do that's effective? And I think there really is power in numbers. There really is.
Right.
And I think that that's what you've shown, and that
and I think that's what scares her, that there are so many people that have come over. Yeah. There is power in numbers, and she is, that's why she keeps saying, I've created this hate campaign. A campaign implies that there's a large group of people.
Right.
And she's intimidated by that because now she's so used to everybody cowering to her and never speaking up that now she now is so afraid because so many people have banded together to stand up and say, hey, we're not taking this shit anymore.
Right. Welcome, True Crime Analysts.
Hello. How are you ladies doing?
Hey, my favorite girl, Allison.
Hey, got a question, you guys. Oh, no problem. I have just been wondering this, and I think I got a few people, maybe, I don't know, I think they're confused. Does anybody know who started the NK cousin channel? Because I've always wondered that. I've had my...
Ludovica, here's my opinion. Ludovica and Natasha were in on that together. There has been proof, and they were in that together.
Well, I always wondered because they were the first, NC was the first person to be contacted by this person. Sorry, my dogs are barking. They hear a coyote or something. Gosh, they're worse than kids. But no, I always wondered who that was. And I know it's off the subject, but it eats at me sometimes. I always want to know who was involved in that, because that was terrible.
Yes, it was.
I don't know who that was.
I was just going to say the same thing. Can you explain the story behind it? I don't know.
Yes. And the way that, it was, which I knew that it was not any relation to NK, but it was just, for views, I'm sure. But somebody that can make up some kind of story like that just to get people to watch the video, that is just beyond disgusting to me.
But what story? And I'm not sure who NK is.
NK is Nicole.
Kessinger on the Watts case.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there was a
I'm not
channel made. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was totally off
okay.
the subject, but with all these different alts being made, it just come to my mind again. I wondered if somebody knew who was involved in that channel. And I just totally made a dumbass on myself by even asking it.
Not at all. No, I feel like the dumbass because I'm not really in the true crime community. So like I don't know a lot of like I know nothing about the Watts case or any of the players in the channel.
And I haven't followed that for a long time, but plus I wanted to say hi to everybody and let Tia know how beautiful you look tonight, as usual. And truth telling, you go, girls. Keep it up.
You.
And keep it
You.
classy. Like Tia says, and you're doing a wonderful job at it. And I'm going to hop off of here and get ready for bed because I have to be up in 4.5 hours. And
good night.
I am addicted to your guys' channels, and I can't get away from it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for being such a great supporter.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night. I love you all.
Thanks, sweetie.
Hey, Amanda's Ananda. Foz is sleeping. That's where he's at. He's asleep.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where he was at.
Yeah, he's not feeling well. He's got a cold.
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys have a great night.
You too, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I want to talk about the memes real quick. Okay. Right now, I've seen somebody say in chat that her NC is doing parodies. Can somebody tell me how memes are worse than a parody?
They're not.
What's the difference?
That's the hypocrisy. The double standards.
Because I had seen one time that she's very upset about the memes.
Right.
But how can you be upset about memes when you do parodies? Parodies are, making fun of people and whatever. So how is that different? How do you get to sit there and be very, so upset about memes when you're doing parodies? That's what I want to know. What's the difference?
I don't think there is a difference. Can I, Father Snuffles, you're more than welcome to come up here. But
absolutely,
I can't delete you while I'm up here, so you're safe. He just said I should come on the stream where Boston can't delete me.
He's hilarious. He has found me on Facebook and he is cracking me the fuck up.
He cracks me up.
I personally, here's how I feel about the memes. I personally don't think there's a difference. The one thing I will say is that some of the memes make me cringe. There are some where I'm like, is that necessary?
Yeah.
As far as the fat shaming goes, and
yes.
I'm sorry, and that's another like Snuffles has learned this because I blocked several of his comments. Like, I don't care who you are, how much I don't like you, how many awful things you did. You shouldn't. I don't believe in fat shaming or making fun of someone's appearance as a way to get at them. Comedically, I mean, like, look at caricatures. I can never say that word. Caricatures. I mean, comedically, people make fun of people's appearances for comedy all the time. I don't see a difference between doing the parodies and doing the memes. Right. I'm still of the belief, and not everyone is, and it doesn't mean that my beliefs make me better than someone who believes differently. I'm not saying that at all. But I personally think that you don't stop bullying by bullying. I am open-minded to, like, because I've talked to Father Snuffles about that specifically, and like I get what he says. Like, there are, and you've even had shared your bullying story, Tia, where like sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, and that's how it stops everything. And maybe that's the case, but it's just something that for me personally, I don't think is as productive as just like the videos where you're showing the hypocrisy and you're just showing the person's bad behavior and just like using their own words against them. Like, I think that that is more effective than just like making fun of someone personally.
And just like I think everyone has their own belief on how they want to handle bullying. Just like Father Snuffles has said here, bullies are only receptive to getting hit back, nothing short of that.
Yeah.
And that is true in my case growing up, because I literally can say firsthand, once I started fighting back, that's when it stopped. However, I did, my mom had to get the authorities involved in things like that. And that's why I say with TT, if they were to ever find out who she is, that's probably, if she wants to continue doing this, that's probably what she's going to have to do. I feel like people will stop when you start talking about business and when you start saying, no, this ain't happening with me, because I have the financial means to take all your asses to court. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's true. It's so true. But, I don't think that makes, like you said, Boston, I don't think that makes Father Snuffles a bad person because he believes in fighting fire with fire.
Not at all. Everyone's going to feel differently about what's the best way, and from their own life experiences, like what's the best way to handle this. So I'm not going to sit here and judge Father Snuffles or judge Mr. Foz or people that do the more like making fun, of the bully, because maybe from their own life experiences, that's what worked for them,
Right.
And everyone's going to have their own emotional way of dealing with it too. I think for me, because I'm so sensitive to the fact that, I've shared before that I lost my best friend in high school to suicide because of them being bullied so badly, that I'm so constantly aware of the fact that even if you're bullying like you could also affect the bully to the point where you push them over the edge, so I think that that's just where my mindset comes from. And I just want everyone to know that I don't think what you're doing is wrong. I think the way you're handling it is valid. But personally, I've got my own opinions on like how I would want to, or how I want to go about it. Like for me, it's more, I think the things that are going to be more productive are the calling out the hypocrisy, showing the things, awful things they say, talking about the awful things they're doing. But that's my opinion, and it doesn't mean that it's better or the right way. So, excuse me, I have something in my throat. So anyways, thank you for posting that, Melissa. I appreciate that. Thank you, Amanda.
It's can we talk about my brows?
Yes, please come up, Father Snuffles. I'd like to have, because your profile picture is so small down there, I'd like to see your brows on the video.
Okay, so let's use a dramatic example. See, I really like, when he's saying all his crazy stuff, okay, we all laugh, whatever. But Father Snuffles is very highly intelligent. And he has a very unique way of conveying things. Okay, so let's use a dramatic example. Should Hitler have been placed in therapy and talked to about how what he was doing was wrong? That's a good. That's wow.
And I will say to that, that's a perfect example. And I just want to clarify, I'm not saying that talking about what they're doing that's wrong, showing the hypocrisy, showing all that. I'm not saying that any of them are going to look at those videos or look at these lives and be like, ooh, light bulb moment, I'm going to stop being an asshole. Like, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that as far as opening other people's eyes to, like, even her supporters or MC's supporters, like, they get so sucked into that mom mentality grouping where, like, they can do, in their eyes, NC and MC, they can do no wrong. You know what I mean? So for me, the method is more like showing people from a different light when you're outside of that group, when you're outside of NC's group chat, and you're outside of, like, oh, haha, this is all funny, and you're such a strong, great person, and don't let them get to you, and all these things. Watching a video or watching a live on someone else's channel might spark an aha moment for those people.
Thank you so much, Rose Gold. I appreciate you. Thank you, beautiful.
And more importantly, I think it's more about shaming the person who's doing something wrong. It's not about, like, oh, I hope you watch this and, like, it opens your eyes and you decide to be a better person, because, like, I've given up on that. I gave up on that first night, Tia, that she came up on your panel, and her and I had that conversation, and I realized, like, nothing I say, you know, I tried. I was like, maybe she'll kind of understand what I'm trying to say, or take some accountability. And when I realized that that is not going to happen with this person, then the only other thing you can do is literally just shame them, you know, into, like, hey, here are the things that have come out of your own mouth. Why don't you watch it back and see how many people think it's disgusting? And maybe it will shame them into being a better person or doing better.
Right. But just like, you know, that's why Inglourious Bastards is one of my favorite movies, because it's true. Like, would that have helped Hitler to, you know, have therapy and be talked to? Probably not.
No.
Probably not. You know, so I get his point 100%. I do.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to talking about what if this doesn't stop, the consequences to it. Because just like with Melissa, for example, and the reason why I'm using Melissa as an example is just it's because, like, we all know what she's done, you know? It's just it's because I can hear myself.
Sorry about that.
God, I sound like a little kid.
Oh my goodness, look at those eyebrows. They're so sexy.
Oh shit.
No, they're not. They don't look like mine, though. They're not on fleek like mine.
I tried.
I will give you a tutorial one day.
I was just going to say, Tia, you should show them how to do it.
Yep.
Please do.
That would actually be awesome.
I love that picture, Snuffles. I love that
yes,
picture.
I love it. It just,
and especially, I have to say, especially when DTOS did the apology from Snuffles, that was so hilarious.
Oh my god, I love that. My freaking mouth open. I'm sorry. I was dying at that shit.
Yes, it was great. It was great.
All right, so this thing with NC, look, everybody on panel, half the people in your comments, everybody's talked to this woman. You understand? Everyone tried reiterating, putting their point across to her that, look, what you're doing is hurtful. These people, she knows what she's doing is the bottom line. And she does it because she wants the chats and the money. She knows what she's doing is fucked, and she does it callously. She doesn't give a fuck who she hurts. And, you know, you people, you know, not to say I'm bad, but you're talking to a fucking wall. It's not, you're trying to get shit
bad. I love his accent. Yes, I love his
I
accent.
was going to say that he is rocking that New York accent. I love that.
I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, we're talking to a wall, what I was trying to say is like maybe there are some people that we could take away from her. Maybe there are some people that we could show when they're not in her chat and in that group mentality, like, hey, look at, I mean, personally, I don't know about anyone else, but on her last, like the live that she did with Mandy, and that I think her name was Holly, and I thought Holly did a really good job.
She did.
Holly said some stuff that I had just learned of for that very first time, like messaging somebody's autistic child and like adding them to this super vulgar group chat, like
Right.
and Mandy admitted to it. And if I was sitting there I was watching the chat, it didn't faze anybody. Nobody was like, oh shit, that's horrible. Like they were all just in that, so maybe a video
Oh, you know what?
showing that will open someone else's mind,
A lot of the people that watch Natasha at this fucking point, like they're just a bunch of window licking morons that it's the dredges of fucking society that have nowhere else to go. So they go on that shitbag channel. It's like the fucking losers of YouTube at this point. Now, are there some people that could be saved? Yeah, sure. But is it really worth the effort? Because the majority of them, they know exactly what's going on. They're just
It's
there
like
because that's the type of people they
go
are.
over to her channel. The rejects go there.
And you don't think that it's shaming her at all? Because for me, I think shame is a powerful tool.
Well, look, she shames everybody else. She hates who she is. She's insecure about herself. She's not comfortable with herself. She doesn't like being in her own fucking skin. Like, can't even fucking wipe herself. Talk about shaming. Yeah, I'll say it. Bitch can't wipe herself. Okay, she's fucking miserable. So what she does is take that misery out on every fucking body else.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there talking to her about it. She knows what she's doing. She doesn't give a fuck. You understand?
Right.
She wants the super chats, and that's that. So you're trying to talk to her about, oh, well, don't you hurt this person and that. Like, she doesn't care. It's a waste of fucking words. She's a fucking joke, and she should be treated as such.
Right.
Okay, but why do you think that why do you think that people follow her? Like, listen to every single thing.
Well, it's like the Jerry Springer crowd. You know what I'm saying? I never watched Jerry Springer, but there's some people that just watch that low caliber bullshit because they just can't, people just can't process things that are just high. They don't have the capacity to process things higher. They just watch this dumb dog shit like Beavis and Butthead type fucking stuff because they can't process anything else.
Did you hear me?
And I want to say something to his point there. And I'm not knocking, I don't want to misconstrue this. I don't want people to take this wrong. I'm not knocking anybody that lives in a trailer. I'm not at all. But, and there's a difference in what I'm about to say. Everybody that is in her chat reminds me of trailer park trash. There's a difference in living in a trailer and living in a fucking trailer park. And those are trailer park people.
Yeah.
We're going to take this and run away with it, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say the Snuffles, you used Jerry Springer and Beavis and Butthead. I don't know if you heard me the other night, and I don't know how many people have watched the movie, but Idiocracy.
Yes, I saw that.
Right? How everyone is just, the whole point of the movie is that everyone has just been so dumbed down over the years because only like the dumb people were breeding with each other.
Yeah,
and so far in the future, the number one
it's like wrong turn shit.
Like what?
It's like fucking wrong turn shit. Those people over there are like from wrong turn.
Well, I want to, hey, I'm just going to say.
Good night, Nanny Love. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for the super chats. I love you. Thank you.
I'm going to be the one on the panel who is going to say that from my own personal experience, I was in a mob mentality on YouTube before I found Tia. Thank God I found Tia, and I woke the fuck up and got out of that mob mentality I was in. But I was in a group where I was like supporting this person who was not at all who I thought they were. And once I kind of realized that, I was like, yeah, I don't really like her. I don't really want to befriend her. But like, I had already become a part of a community. And for me, I was really lonely. I was very isolated in my life. And I didn't want to leave that community. And so I will stick up for, your trailer trash and all these things. I get what you're saying. I think that there's probably a good majority of that chat and those subs that fall under that category. But I think we also need to recognize like there's a lot of people that just don't want to. They like feeling like they're part of a community. They like people saying hi to them when they come in, and they like,
Sure.
I see that side of it too.
But if you're going to be associated with that, you have to take the negative that comes with it. You understand?
Right.
So
Exactly.
you were intelligent enough to see what was going on and walked away.
Right.
If these people are going to stick around after all this shit, just nonstop shit, then that's just what they're there for. You understand?
Yeah.
They like the drama. They like the gossip. They like her slamming people, bullying people. There comes a point where, whether they could be saved or not, it's not my fucking responsibility to save anybody. Okay. If you're over there and you're just doing what you're doing and, playing along with it and encouraging it, then fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. Just to reiterate what I said, Natasha, like I said, she knows better, and it bothers me seeing everybody trying to have these fucking conversations with her because she knows. Natasha isn't stupid. For all her faults, she ain't fucking stupid. By no means. She's actually very intelligent.
I agree.
And she plays dumb, and she just gets super defensive, and then she'll try to play the victim. Oh, well, people come at me. Whatever, bitch. People come at you. People come at everybody. It's no reason to sit there, slam people into the dirt. And, the people that she actually wants to make amends with and fix things with are the people that go back at her. People that don't want anything to do with her, don't want to be bullied. She doesn't want to make amends with those people. You understand? Because they're easy fucking targets. It's the people that go back at her. If you notice, those are the people she's like, oh yeah, I'll make amends with that.
Exactly. I have been saying that.
She
has no redeeming qualities.
She preys on the vulnerable.
All those things, and like I said earlier, until it happened to me. When it happened to me, that's when I was like, okay, now I see what everyone's talking about. So imagine I had to picture myself, if that was to happen to me on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, she's a bully. I grew up with bullies. The only thing they're receptive to is getting hit back. You can talk to you blue in the face. It's not going to make one shit of difference. The only thing that's going to make a difference is just treating her like the fucking joke she is. She's a fucking joke. Bottom line,
and that's why she came after Melissa so hard, because Melissa wanted the drama to go away, so she stayed quiet.
Yeah.
But then she doesn't know how to handle somebody like me that is biting back at her, and she preys on the vulnerable and the ones that won't speak up.
It's funny. She actually said, she's like, this guy, Father Snuffles, why you? She's like saying she just let the woman do their thing back and forth. Like she goes at like Unmasked all the time. It's because Unmasked has a classy channel. They're not going to go back at her because, nobody knows who the fuck Natasha is. So she'll go at them knowing that, realistically Unmasked, if they wanted to, they could fucking squish her into the fucking ground. But they're not concerned with her. But she'll go at them knowing that they're not going to go back at her. You know what I'm saying? That's what Natasha does. She'll go at people that she thinks aren't going to go back at her. I try going on a StreamYard. She's talking all this shit about me. I try to go on a StreamYard. Oh, no, I'm blocking him. I don't know who this guy is. No, not block. Wants nothing to fucking do with me.
Yeah.
But she'll go after people that don't want anything to do with her. She's a fucking bully.
She's real easy to hop on people's panels that she thinks she can control. But I've invited her to my panel numerous times, and she won't dare.
She'll have no part of it.
See, here's another thing too, PT. When you are anonymous, it is easier for you. Whereas somebody like Melissa, they had all of her private personal information. So
Yeah.
that's why she had to be very careful with
No,
what
I agree
right,
100% that Melissa just did it. She was only quiet not because she's weak. We've all seen Melissa is far from weak.
right,
She did it to protect herself,
Yeah.
right.
and she
I've seen
wanted the
Melissa
drama
get
to go
busy,
away.
man. Melissa gets busy when she like goes off. She fucking goes off, and she's way smarter than Natasha, and she's better spoken than Natasha.
You
If
damn
she was,
right.
if she was to go head to head with her, she'd fucking eat her alive. But Melissa's doing her own thing with her own channel.
Absolutely.
She doesn't want to
Absolutely.
play that stupid fucking game with her. You know what I'm saying? And to her
Right.
credit. But yeah, I've
Right.
seen Melissa get down. She's not a fucking coward. Natasha's a fucking
No.
coward. She'll go
Yes.
after people that won't go at her back, and that's it. She doesn't want nothing to do with people that'll go at her. And she
Yes.
just look. At the end of the day, she's not a fucking child. You can't treat her. Oh, I don't want to shame her, whatever. You know what? She's not a fucking child. She knows what she does, and she has to accept the consequences for the shit she does. I don't feel bad about a single thing I say about him. Believe it or not, I tone it the fuck down in comments.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to go off, I keep it calm because I could say all kinds of fucked up shit. But
Yeah,
the
but
woman,
Father
she's a
Snuffles,
fucking trash bag.
how do you explain? Because she went back and forth with Mandy for a while.
And then she made friends with her because she didn't want someone that actually goes back at her.
Mm-hmm.
So they staged that whole little stupid thing they had.
Can I
look
say
at it like
something
that.
that you said a while back? Because you were kind of making me think, like, what good is any of this? You know, like what? Because you've got some really good points, Father Snuffles, and you know, I thought about one good thing. If there's one good thing that can come out of Truth Teller's channel, Tia, what we're talking about here, if there's one good thing that can come out of all of it, I hope that it's that if a person is getting attacked by her, if it's someone brand new tomorrow who's one of her supporters or one of her quote unquote friends, and they get attacked and they start getting bullied, I want them to know that there is a huge community of people that are here for them and that have their back. I think that's
Absolutely.
the one positive thing. Like, if nothing else works, as far as
You know what I
shaming
think?
and exposing videos, I think that's a positive.
I mean, maybe it's just me because I've dealt with some shit in my life. I think people just take her way too seriously. Like, really, like, why even, who gives a fuck what she says? Why even take her serious? She's this fucking loser that's sitting on a shit stain. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit to other people about their appearance, about how they act, how they talk, their fucking eyebrows. Like, who the fuck is she? This stupid fucking loser sitting on a shit stain, talking shit about all these other people. Who the fuck is she? Why take her serious? She's a fucking joke. Why even take her serious?
Well,
And
I just laugh.
everybody knows she's a joke. I mean, she has no credibility whatsoever. No serious creator wants to collab with her because she's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to take it seriously to an extent when she does things like, getting up on panel and accusing someone of not supervising their children and being a flipping addict because of a CPS report that she's making assumptions off of and lying to a massive amount of people online. Like, you have to take that shit seriously.
That can be hurtful.
It not only can be hurtful, it can
when
be
you cross that personal line, it's obviously going to affect you.
Well, that goes back to our viewers, talking about how our viewers, you want to like get through to some of them. She does that shit for her viewers because
I
her
know.
viewers enjoy that. You understand?
Right.
Those are
They're
the
just
people
as sick as she is.
Yes, those are the people that watch that shit and get off on that shit, are our fucking viewers. They're the drudges, bottom of the barrel of fucking YouTube. They have nowhere else to go.
I've seen people in her chat say some really vulgar things.
Very vile things, yes.
Very vile, vulgar things. Almost like amping it up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Natasha, get him. And she's playing this music of whatever, the fight music.
Yeah.
But I like the music, but whatever. Yeah, I've seen some really horrible things be said. And if those kind of horrible things are in my comments, we do the best that we can. But it's hard not to pay, like it was hard for me not to pay attention to the fact that she's saying to 400 people, I'm unsubscribing from her. She disrespected me. I would never let anybody, you understand what I'm saying? Like that can get to you.
Those 400 people, those aren't all her fans. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't watch any of that shit. And I get screenshots of all, oh, did you see what, did you see? And none of these people like her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people watch it because it's like watching a fucking dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like just watching this shit train. It's for
Right.
entertainment, but a lot of people don't even fucking like her. And they're not even cool with the shit she does. They just watch them just to see this disgusting fucking show she's putting on. And then
I've said this before, and I want to point this out again. She may have 400 watchers. She may have 600 watchers. But there's this little, you can't see it on mobile, but if you're on a laptop, if you look to the right side of where the top chat, live chat is, there's 3 little dots. If you click those 3 little dots, it gives you the option to view participants. And so while she has 400 viewers, if you click participants, it will show you how many people are actually in her chat. And at any given time, she only has about 40 people in her chat active chatting.
You know why?
That means that those other 360 are
blocked. Yeah, those other 360 are blocked.
Well,
because they're talking shit to her. She blocks everybody. You say one word on her shit, she blocks you.
She did a poll one night.
She disabled comments. She's a fucking coward. People can't even comment on her shit.
She did a poll
and
one
she
night.
does subscribers only. So for she wants to put her chat on subscribers only so that it makes people, even the trolls that want to say something to her, she puts it on subscribers only so that they have to subscribe to her channel. That gives her more subs.
Ooh.
I subbed.
Hold on.
And then I talk shit and then I unsubbed.
Go ahead, Boston.
Sorry, what did your terms of service just say? I would like to remind everyone here that incognito is an option, which means she doesn't get money off the views. I didn't know that.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to get off here.
Thank you, Father Snuffles, for coming.
I just said my little piece. Like I said, stop taking this fucking retard serious. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting on a fucking shit stain. You know what I'm saying? Stop taking this woman serious. Really. You're all intelligent, beautiful women taking this moron serious.
I don't take her serious. I just don't fucking like her.
Yeah, I don't like her either, but fuck her. Who cares? Let her do her stupid thing with her little trash bags.
I don't take her seriously, but I do take the effect she can have on other people seriously. I'm not going to.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not gonna...
Well, I'll tell you the same thing. I've talked to people that she's went at, and, I'll say the same thing. It's like, why are you letting this moron woman on the internet get to you? Like, really, like, why let this woman get to you? I don't know. It's just the internet. I've been in like a lot of real life shit. So like this internet thing's kind of just fun for me. And you can't really affect me on it. I really could care less. And I think more people should just, try to keep that in mind, that it's just a fucking screen. You know what I'm saying? When you close it down, you got kids that love you, family that love you, friends that love you, and people that actually care about you. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about these losers over there?
We all have real lives that we're not sitting in a fucking recliner all day long, every day, having people bring our food to us, swat our flies. She literally had her daughter walk in, and because she was too lazy to swat a fly from her recliner, she called her daughter in there to swat a fucking fly.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I could live like that, I totally would.
Let's see if we can redeem any of our viewers. If any of Natasha's viewers come across this video, keep in mind, all this money that you super chat to this woman, how much of that money do you think she's putting away for her kids' college?
She's not going gambling.
Exactly. So people are giving this woman money. She's not doing anything good to make her kids' life better. And look, I can't say that for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, so I'm not going to, But I'm saying the money you give her, do you really think that's going into some fucking college fund or some trust fund or anything that benefits our family? I mean, do you really think that? I mean,
No,
open your fucking eyes.
just like she took up donations because Mariah's bike got stolen, and she took up donations for that. That was 8 months ago, and that child still has no new bicycle because Natasha's claim is Walmart doesn't have one to fit her. What kind of fucking shit is that? You're a liar.
You know what? I got screenshots. A lot of people send me a bunch of shit. I got
Tia,
screenshots of Natasha.
I think you're muted, Tia.
Darcy, he is not talking about kids. They are talking about what she does with her money.
And like I said, Darcy or whoever else, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I'm not going to say she's a bad mother. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
I'm
what
sure
you're saying.
I have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. I'm not going to pretend I do. What I'm saying is the money that she gets, I mean, I'm just using that as an example. I know she's not using it for anything fucking positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's gambling with the shit or whatever else. It's not going to a good cause.
Also,
And
it's illegal.
you can even make a good cause. Like if you're talking about bullying, you could seriously say, when I have that place in my life where I'm able to do that, I could say everything that is donated to the channel will be donated to another, like bullying or a cause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get, we might not like every single thing that Father Snuffles says, not every single thing, or the way that he says it, but he is right in a lot of aspects, you guys. Like,
look, I'm not politically correct. All the shit I'm saying, it's realistic shit. Whether or not it's nice for me to be saying it, that's another story.
Right.
But if we're being realistic about it, I mean, that's the fucking reality of it. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah, that's Melissa Jade just said. You know, you're basically paying her money to make someone else's life a living hell. Couldn't have worded it fucking better. She makes money off making other people miserable. And the more money you pay her, the more encouraged she is to make more people's lives fucking miserable. So all you viewers that are paying this fucking woman, if you have an ounce of fucking humanity to you, cut it the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously,
really,
you're the ones encouraging them.
That's the, excuse me, the only thing that's going to help is stop watching. That's, you know, she tells people to stop watching. You know what I mean? If you have been affected or you feel that, that's the only thing that's going to stop it.
Yeah.
But if she's doing parodies and has 500 people watching, whether those people participate or not, and she's getting super chats and blah, 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 well, guess what? It's going to continue.
Yes.
You know, like,
you know, she had a true crime channel, and then she started talking all this crap about other creators, and then she started making a bunch of money for it. And she's like, this is what the people want. So now she's just stuck on that. She no longer has a fucking cause. Right. And even with the true crime shit, like I said, I have screenshots of her talking about scamming $600 on fucking dress money from the Gypsy Rose shit. I got all kinds of shit on her. She's a fucking scam artist. Yeah. And, you know, she makes excuses for it. And the viewers, oh, no, she explained that. It's like, what are you, fucking dumb? She explained, of course, what do you think she's going to say? Oh, yeah, I did it. No, yeah, she explained it away. I got fucking screenshots showing the shit. Right. Anyway, whatever, dude. I'm going to go to bed.
Wait, before you leave, I want to make sure you know that I have no problems with you. Like, when I delete your comments, I hope you know
I don't
that
think
it's
you
not
do,
personal.
Boston.
He knows.
Okay. And I said to anyone in the chat, if I ever delete your comment, don't take it personally. I'm just
see, I came up here. Good luck with that shit. Can't get rid of me now.
I hope you come back. Honestly, I hope you come back. It's just
now it's stuck here. You have to take the whole video down to get rid of me.
Well, I agree with what Tia said. I think you're very intelligent. I think that you are very right about almost everything you say. I just don't always like the way you say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's life.
Much love.
Thank you so much for coming up, Father Snuffles. You know we love you, and hopefully you'll be on the next live.
Yeah, we'll see. You ladies have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Why does it look like that? I don't like that. I don't like that one either.
You look gorgeous tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
Messy
bun. You do.
And your the colors in your makeup, like with the I don't know.
You guys are pulling
it's a
my
good
phone.
it's a good, and oh my gosh, I like the super chats that came in tonight. Nanny Love.
Nanny Love, thank you so much. Like I
Damn.
all of the super chats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It means so much. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. Like every little bit helps. And you know, when you have a channel, you know, it becomes expensive. So I thank you so much for that, Nanny Love, and everyone who gave me a super chat. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And you always make me feel good. It's been a horrible week. So thank you guys for making me feel so.
We love you.
And I love you guys too. And I'm so happy that we did this. Truth Teller, I want you to know that I don't, you know, Natasha's trying to make it like, I don't even know why I'm saying her name. I wasn't supposed to, but whatever. But she's, you know, I'm going to ruin my reputation by associating with you and things like
That's
that.
rich coming from her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because a lot of people, when I was cool with Natasha, and like I said, I liked her. I liked Natasha. I'm not afraid to say that I liked her,
Right.
but she screwed me over. You know what I'm saying? Like she's done a lot of people. And what I will say is, people could have said that. People were saying that about me when I was associating with her. Like they would say, like, why? I'm warning you, Tia. I'm warning you. I'm like, I like to figure out things for myself. And I think that you are doing great. I don't think there's any problem with what you do. Like I've always told you to keep it classy and just try to keep doing what you're doing. Keep fighting the good fight. This is something that you believe in. This is something that you want people to have a safe place to come to, because, you know, there are so many people even now that are afraid to say anything.
Right.
You know? And when you have a platform where there's a whole bunch of people supporting you and saying it's okay, you know, you can express yourself here. We're not going to bash you. We're not going to, you know, we got your back if they do attack you. Things like that.
Right.
It's a good thing, you know. I don't have any problem with what you're doing in any way, shape.
And you know, me and you talk every day, and you have, you know, you know that I was a little discouraged last week, and you've been my hype girl through this whole thing. Like you have really, when I feel down about things that have happened, you've been my hype girl, and you know, to encourage me to keep going. That you know, you got this, and you've given
I
me
don't think
your
there's
support.
anything wrong with what you're doing. So quit, you know, saying I'm going to ruin my reputation. I am a grown woman, okay? Focus on your own reputation. Focus on the reputation where you're hanging out with a girl that freaking made a channel, doxed your kids, doxed her own damn kids. Freaking, what else did she do? Tried to pay somebody to blame it on one of my friends and all that bullshit. Focus on that. That's what you need to be. And then you're going to try to sit there and say, that's a risky move for someone who just got 1,000 subscribers. Why are you worried about how many subscribers that I have? Okay. That's another thing. You don't need to be worried about nothing about me. Okay. Because you didn't care to begin with. Otherwise, you wouldn't have went on your channel and blasted me and encouraged everyone to unsubscribe from me. So quit saying that, because at the end of the day, I don't think that TT is a bully. I think she's doing what she feels is right. It's not about sides. It's about what's right and what's wrong.
Thank you for that.
Amen. Can I say something real quick? It's just a thought that I had the other day.
Absolutely.
And it just popped in my head again.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as, you know, attacking Truth Teller, attacking all these other channels. I mean, Tia, Melissa, Tia, you're probably going to get some backlash from tonight. I just want to remind everybody that what she's really, really, really good at is making herself the victim after she has already created so many victims herself. So please remember that. you know,
Yeah.
if she's ever going after Truth Teller, Tia, Melissa, everybody, Father Snuffles, I mean, I know he doesn't care, but when they start the whole, look at all these people, they're bullying me, they're just as bad as they say we are, they're turning into what they don't want us to be. All of that is just manipulation, trying to make themselves the victim,
Right.
and
Right.
to change the narrative so that the topic is no longer that they are the bullies and that they are victimizing other people. So just everyone keep that in mind when you are witnessing what's happening and the back and forth and the, oh, look what this person said to me, and oh, I only did this because that person did that to me.
Right.
It's all that is doing a really good job at being a victim and trying to make yourself look like you're the one being victimized. So
Well, thank you guys for preparing me for that, because that's fine. I don't care about the backlash. Okay? I'm a grown woman. I am anti-bullying. In no way, shape, or form is what we are doing is bullying. We're not having a parody. We're not bashing her looks, blah, 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 blah. Father Snuffles, he stands on his own with that as far as the look. But, you know, he is a part of the community. He is, you cannot sit there and even call what he's saying bullying. All he's trying to say is you have to fight fire with fire. He's basically saying what I say. If you have a problem with what she's doing, quit watching. It's that simple. And you can try to bash me and talk about me and say that I'm bullying you. Bullshit. I've been watching you. I know anytime I've ever watched you, that is what your channel is. You call people out. And guess what? This is a commentary channel / makeup. And I will call people out as much as I want to, but you're not going to go ahead and say that my channel is bullying. And the only people that you're convincing is the 400 people that watch you.
Right.
That's it. I don't care. This is not a bullying channel. I want it to stop. So instead of, you know, giving people backlash and trying to say that they're doing this and they're doing the same thing, bullshit. Okay, you can use that as an excuse. It's a way to play a victim. As far as that is concerned, how about getting on your channel and trying to find a solution? And the solution is not people reaching out to you for things that you've done to them. Because I'm not reaching out to nobody that blasted me for no reason. It's not going to happen. I shouldn't have to. If you did something to me, I'm not reaching out to you. So instead of bashing and saying, oh, this person, Tia, she did this last night, she did that, blah, 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 blah. Instead of doing that, how about talking about a solution? That's it. Because at the end of the day, the solution is not pointing the fingers at everyone else. Your channel is calling people out. That's all you do. What was her live today? Wasn't she talking about somebody?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the live in the morning and like now I'm shopping on Amazon like a crazy person. I'm not gonna lie. I was cool with that shit. But no,
I thought she did a live about somebody today.
Her new target right now, she's obsessing over mommy ramblings and just going really hard at her.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, she has bullied mommy. She was bullying mommy ramblings tonight, and actually, MRB came on my live tonight and told her story. But yeah, Natasha's live tonight was to bully MRB, and then she went on to do her parody.
Which you're on, by the way, Truth Teller.
Oh, I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the accent the person is doing is so cringy.
Yes, it is. If you're gonna parody me, please get somebody that actually represents me.
It would be hilarious for you to pop on there and change the name to Liar Teller and pretend that you're parodying yourself. That would be hilarious. Oh my god, I would piss my pants.
That's all my thing is I stand in, which I'm glad that Boston brought that specific thing up, because at somehow or some way, it's always the other person's fault for
Yeah.
everything.
And when you're a master
Everything.
manipulator like she is, it
It's
can get
never
in
her.
people's heads. Like it might, I don't know if it's ever gotten in your head, True Teller, but like it can get in people's
Oh, yeah.
heads and they might think like, am I wrong? Am I being a bully now? Like, because
Right.
she's so great at manipulating and she's got
Yeah.
400 plus people viewing and 40 something people just parroting, yeah, they're a horrible person. They're a horrible person. Like that can get in people's heads. So I want
Mhm.
people to remember all she is doing is making herself the victim to deflect what she is doing to other people. So just remind yourself that if you ever get those thoughts in your head or start feeling like,
Right.
you know,
Because
maybe
in
I'm
no
doing
way,
something
shape,
wrong.
or form am I trying to bully anyone, period. You know, if I was going to sit here and talk about anyone, it would be the other one, which is Tracy, because, you know, she made a video about me, blah, blah, blah. She's the one that I would technically be talking about, because I think that she is dangerous. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. But I
Definitely.
don't believe, I've dealt with bullying my whole life. I don't condone it, nor would I sit here on my channel and bully somebody. But I do believe in calling people out. Absolutely. You should call people out. There's nothing wrong with calling people out, because guess what? That's what she does. So how come it's okay for you to do it, but nobody else can?
Exactly.
Can you read Father Snuffles' comment?
Which one?
I'm not gonna do it.
I want one of you on panel to repeat after me.
I can't.
Stop it.
No,
Oh
because that is bullying. That is bullying. That's just not even like, that's not even the full sentence. It's just, I'm not going to say that.
He needs his own channel.
He does. He does.
He really does. He has
really
the personality for it. I'm not saying it.
Dang it.
I am not saying
Hey,
that.
Tatum back.
Oh shit. But anyway, this has been fun. TT, I think we got to know you a little bit better and to know kind of where you're coming from.
Well,
Yes,
there
thank you
any
for having
questions?
me.
Melissa wants to come up. Can I pop down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to pop down. And I just want to say I love you, Tia, and I love you, True Teller, and I'm glad I'm getting to know you, True Teller.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
I mean, I'll call you Val if you like. I just think True Teller has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I call her TT.
All right. Love you, girls. I'm popping down.
Love you.
Thank you, Boston, for coming up. Melissa's going to come up for a minute, but if anybody has, can you stay for a couple more minutes, Truth Teller?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody has any questions for Truth Teller, am I saying it wrong?
Truth Teller.
Okay. If anybody has any questions for Truth Teller, please ask them. And I'm sure she will have no problem answering them. If there's anything,
I have no problem whatsoever.
Right. If there's anything that you've always wanted to know, or, you know, where she's coming from, whatever, any questions, you feel free to ask before she goes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. We always stay long, though, because we have so much fun.
Yes.
And please, please, please make sure that you subscribe to Truth Teller. We want to get her to 1,000, and subscribe to Dear Terms of Service. We want to get them both to 1,000, hopefully within the next couple days.
Thank you. Thank you.
That can seriously happen. So please make sure that you guys subscribe and go watch. You will learn a lot of stuff. Let's put it that way. Yes, Melissa is. Oh my God, Nanny Love. What are you doing, sweetheart? You're so sweet. Thank you so much. You don't. It's okay. You don't have to do it, but thank you. I appreciate you. That means so, so much to me. You don't have to do that. I promised you. One time was enough. Thank you. Beautiful. We are waiting on Melissa right now. She should be. Melissa, what are you doing, sweetie? You coming up? We want you to come up. Thank you so much, Nanny Love. You're just a beautiful soul. Tia, your kids are gonna look good in them new school clothes. And thank you. I'm going to try to put this all back into the channel. I need to get a new stand for my camera because it's not working. Okay.
My tooth is coming out.
I know. Don't touch it. And who are you texting?
No one.
He thinks he can text everybody now that he has a phone. So many blessings to you. Absolutely. You guys absolutely amazing. That's my son, but you didn't get to see him fully. But thank you, CC McGee. I like your name. It's not letting me up. It's saying my account was compromised. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Does that mean someone's trying to get into your account? Maybe? Right, Britt. He wants to just rip his tooth out. You can't rip your tooth out. People don't understand that. I don't believe in that. Let it fall out on its own. Father Snuffles, Melissa is saying that it won't let her get on StreamYard because her account has been compromised. So I don't know what that means. I have no idea.
Hey, I went through that a couple of weeks ago. Somebody tried to compromise mine too, but I caught it, and they were trying to go through my Google account, and so yeah, it's real.
It's saying my StreamYard has suspicious activity and account. Oh my goodness. That is very scary. That means something.
Yep.
Hey, think for yourself. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that maybe try changing your password, Melissa, and see if that works. All of my social media accounts have already been hacked into. That's just crazy. You see what people have to deal with, and that's my fear for you, TT.
Yeah.
I hope that does not happen to you, but I feel like if it does happen to you, you are going to take them head on.
Yep. I've got a backup channel, so.
Right. But I'm talking about like just the whole thing and, you remaining anonymous, and that's what you want to do. And that's fine. I just don't ever want them to bully you away.
Right.
And just like you said, you were feeling discouraged, last week, which is completely understandable. I'm sure it can get discouraging sometimes. She's talking about your mom and whatnot.
Yeah.
And can you, before you go, can you talk about what your mother does not watch her?
She does, actually, only because she watches her to see what she's going to say about me.
So she watches her all the time?
No, not all the time. No.
Okay.
Just when things are hot, like on my channel, she knows that there's going to be something going on Natasha's channel. So that's when she'll tune in over there to keep me informed of what's going on over there, because I don't watch Natasha.
And they had said some.
I'll watch 15 or 20 minutes of her, but that's it.
Right. And they have said some mean things.
Well, no, Lion Lynn Debris called my mom trash for watching YouTube. And so how hypocritical is that? Because are we all trash? Because we're all here watching YouTube and participating in YouTube. So how can you call my mom trash for watching YouTube when your ass is here watching YouTube and have 2 channels. So get the fuck out of here with that, you stupid. I'm not okay. I'm gonna stop.
You crack me up.
I mean, Debris is like, she is nuts. I mean, and I'm not saying that
I
because
don't
I
know
don't
who
like
that
her.
is.
She is legit crazy as fuck. She is trauma
I
and
don't know
true
that
crime.
person.
Trauma and true crime. She's on
Oh, that's
Natasha's
who
panels all the time, and
Lana talks about.
Lana named her Debris, but her name is Lynn.
Okay. And I was kind of, you know, a little bit offended by that because I know damn well if my mother was still here, may God rest her soul, but if she was still here, she'd be doing the same thing your mother's doing. As a matter of fact, like I told you, and I'm sure your mother has withheld herself from even hopping up on panel.
Yeah, I told her, do not get in comments. Do not get in comments and do not try to come up on panel.
Right, because that can be very offensive, and you know, you don't do stuff like that and insult somebody's mother like that just because she's watching, because she's being supportive to her daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. That's your mother's going to be your biggest fan, no matter how old you are, right?
Right.
So I definitely just wanted to get that clear that your mother does not watch her per se, but she watches her every now and then. Like if you do a video, like if you do a live or something, she'll go watch and see what she's saying.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yes, now that we have that clear, is there anything else that you want to say, TT?
No, I guess I'm done. I'm gonna hop off here and just chill and gonna go to bed soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I have enjoyed this, Tia, and I thank you so much for inviting me up. And I also want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being my #1 fan and cheering me on and giving me the encouragement that I need. And you're my hype girl. And I just love you for it. And I think you are the most genuine person on YouTube.
Thank you so much. I feel the same way about you. I think you're amazing. And we will keep fighting the good fight. And that's just the way it's going to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Well, you have a good night, and I love you. And
I love you too. Thank you so much for
doing.
coming on. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. And we will talk soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys. That was fun. That was really fun. And we will do that again. I'm sorry, Melissa, that you couldn't come up. Hopefully, we'll be able to have you come up next time. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I do have some great lives coming up. I don't think I'll be gone for a week. I don't think I'm going to be gone that long. But I always love coming on here with you guys and talking with you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for the super chats from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, Nanny Love, for being so generous. I appreciate that. Everything helps. Everything helps. And I am wholeheartedly appreciative towards you. Thank you so much, Mel. So not tomorrow, but probably, what's today? In a couple days, we're going to be doing a live about John Hinged and Truthfully Trisha. That's going to be interesting. Then we have a live coming up again about Beyonce, Disney. Hopefully that'll be collabs with Melissa. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys for being here. I missed you guys, and I won't be staying away for that long because that was hard. I wanted to go live, I swear, but family always comes first, right? I've caught the last 10 minutes. I'll go back to watch replay. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you. Yes, John Hinged is awesome. And the things that he's been having to endure lately, It's pretty upsetting. And that's what we do. We call that shit out. So, especially racism. So, get ready for that one in the next couple days. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your night. Thank you again to TT. Thank you to all my amazing mods. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys, if not tomorrow, the next day. Love y'all. Bye.